One question can bring you back to what anchors you, to the truth beneath the noise of other people's opinions, to the part of you that's been waiting to be chosen by you. Welcome to One Question, a short weekly reflection to help you reconnect with your body, your values, and your truth. This week's question is, whose side are you on? This is a tricky question because most of us want to say, my own, of course. But if we're honest, that's not always true. We doubt ourselves, we second-guess our instincts, we criticize our choices long before we ever make them. We replay conversations, wishing we'd said something different, and we apologize for things that didn't need apologizing. In other words, we take everyone's side, anyone's side, but our own. When I'm coaching people, I hear versions of, I should have known better, I'm probably overreacting, it's probably my fault, I don't want to be dramatic. And sometimes I want to pause the whole session and ask gently, do you hear how quickly you turn against yourself? Because that's what this question is really about. Whose voice inside of you gets the final vote? Psychology has a name for this, self-loyalty, the capacity to protect, honor, and stand with yourself. It's not ego, it's not entitlement, it's not defiance. It's the deep, steady belief that your safety, your truth, and your well-being matter. And here's where attachment theory becomes incredibly helpful. We often think of attachment as something that shows up only in our relationships, how we bond, how we love, how we handle closeness. But attachment doesn't just shape how you relate to others, it shapes how you relate to yourself. If you grew up with caregivers who were inconsistent, critical, distracted or overwhelmed, or really emotionally unavailable, you may have learned to doubt your own cues. You learn to second-guess your feelings, to minimize your needs, and to anticipate other people's reactions before trusting your own. That becomes an internal attachment style, a relationship with yourself built on self-doubt instead of self-trust. When that's the case, backing yourself doesn't come naturally. You hesitate before making decisions and question your own perceptions. You assume you're too much or not enough or just getting something wrong. And instead of choosing your own side, you choose the side of the safest person in the room, even when that person isn't you. Researchers call the healing of this pattern earned secure attachment, learning as an adult to provide for yourself the steadiness, validation, and emotional safety you didn't consistently receive growing up. And backing yourself is part of that healing. It looks like believing yourself the first time, not the fifth time, listening to your discomfort instead of overriding it, naming what you need without apology, telling yourself, I'm allowed to feel this, and staying on your own side even when you're imperfect. When you back yourself in small daily ways, your nervous system shifts. You move from vigilance to grounding, from anticipating danger to trusting your inner signals, from shrinking to standing with yourself. Backing yourself is not rebellion. It's secure attachment with you. I've learned over the years that when I feel shaky, when I'm doubting a decision or sensing someone's disappointment or feeling misunderstood, that is the moment that I need to come back to myself. Not in order to be right, not in order to win, but to remember that I am allowed to be on my own side. Having your own back doesn't mean you never make mistakes. It means you don't abandon yourself when you do. It means you offer yourself the same steadiness that you would offer someone else that you love. There's a tool in cognitive psychology called self-distancing, where you speak to yourself the way you would speak to a friend, a child, or a younger version of yourself. It quiets the inner critic, and it softens the tension, and it often makes space for clarity. If someone you cared about told you they were hurting, you would never respond, well, maybe it's your fault, right? But we say that to ourselves all the time. We're just not gentle with ourselves when we're not on our own side. We take the opposing side against our own heart. Backing yourself means shifting your internal stance, choosing loyalty with yourself, choosing compassion, choosing to stand with yourself, even quietly, even imperfectly. So if you want to explore this question, whose side are you on? Try this. Notice the moment you turn against yourself. The doubt, the apology, the shrinking, the assumption that you must be wrong. And then ask yourself, what would it look like to back myself right now? Not to bulldoze, not to argue, just to stand with yourself. And then finally respond as if you were someone that you are responsible for protecting, because you are. Backing yourself is belonging to yourself first. If this question rattled something for you, don't ignore that. That tug you feel might be the part of you that's tired of being left undefended. The truth has probably been waiting for you to come home to your own side, to have your own back. So, whose side are you on? Until next week, honor your truth, trust your body, and keep asking better questions.